other country. So does it work the same the other way around? Cannot?
No, another side cannot do not have this technological
Right.
power.
They don't have that. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's why Israel is so powerful, because they have the military might of America behind them.
Yes, they of course have the military support.
Power. But
Yes.
so do you not think that, I don't know, maybe I'm ignorant. This is why I asked for your advice, your opinion about it, because it seems to me that Israel is not trying to find a peaceful solution.
Yes, they just they rely on their military powerful. Yes, so I must win. I don't need to 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 please with you. Okay, no need to
Yeah.
please. No need to please because
And they don't care who they kill.
oh yes, of course, they
This
don't
is
care.
something that it seems, I don't know, maybe, we always are influenced by the news, right? So when we watch the news, of course, it depends what news we watch. So if we watch the news that is coming out of Israel or America,
CNN,
then we think that,
yeah.
of course, maybe they are suggesting that Israel is not the bad guy. But if we watch news from another country, we can see that actually the Palestinians are not doing the same bad things that Israel is doing. Is that right? Do you agree
Yes,
with that?
both sides actually, how can we say? They are they are not good. Who wins? Who is good? Who wins? Who's good?
But it,
Yeah.
but it
Okay.
seems to me that in this situation, if you want to decide that who is the bad guy, right?
Both are the
If you
bad
talk
guy.
about World War Two, if you talk about World War Two, it's very easy to see that the Nazis and Hitler were the bad guys, right?
Yes.
And all the history books can show
Yes.
that Hitler was the bad guy. And in some wars, you can see quite easily who is the bad guy, right? But in this case, it's quite hard to know. But it certainly seems to me that in this situation, most of the countries around the world are saying Israel is the bad guy.
Do you know who is Genghis Khan? Mongolian Genghis Khan. Actually, Genghis Khan, in Chinese point of not only in Mongolian point of view, in Chinese point of view, he is a hero. But he has he did the same thing with Hitler. Because
Yeah, I know.
he is because he was a winner, so he became a hero.
Right. But
Yeah.
he was really a bad guy.
He was really a bad guy. He did the same thing of Hitler. He always attacked another country. He attacked the massive part of the largest part of Europe. Okay, actually, Genghis Khan and his son and his grandson conquer the biggest part of the world, bigger than United Kingdom.
Yeah.
He
And I know, and if you look at the DNA of Asian men, there is research that shows that if you look at 10 Asian men, one or two have the DNA from Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan, yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know.
Out of every 100
Yeah.
Asian
Yeah.
males, 20% have the same DNA from him.
From Genghis Khan. He
Because he spread so many,
Yeah.
he raped and had so many children with so many women all over Asia.
Yeah.
That now the DNA from him is spread all over Asia. So all Asian males all over Asia, they have the same DNA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he basically raped so many women.
Yeah. The Mongolian at that time, around 700 years ago, he conquer many cities. Okay, the city forced Mongolian army or the Mongolian related army went into the city, kill all the men, and then rape all the women.
Right, yeah.
Yes, but not only.
So basically, in your history books in China,
Yeah,
he is a hero.
he was a hero.
But in the rest of the world,
Yes.
we know that he was a bad guy.
He was a bad guy, but not only in China, but not only in China. I can tell you, not only in China, also in Korea. Also, he is a hero. Mongolia, he is a hero. Afghanistan, he is a hero.
Afghanistan and Korea.
Korea.
Oh, that's strange.
Yeah, Korea. He also conquered Korea. Yeah, Korea, Korea, Mongolia, Afghanistan, Pakistan. Not the most part of the Asian, except Japan and India. Also the Middle East. Yeah, the all part of Asia, except Japan and India. I can tell
I
you.
forgot what you call him in Cantonese.
成吉思汗啊嘛，
Huh?
成吉思汗啊 ，Genghis Khan。
Genghis Khan. Okay, yeah, of course.
Genghis Khan, yeah. Except Japan and India, yeah. Because Japan, they have the seas. The Mongolian, they are the horse. They are good at horse. Yeah. At that time, horse is the most powerful military weapons. Yeah, horse.
At that time, yeah.
At that time, yeah.
And can I tell you something interesting about the Mongolians at that time? You know that now we have antibiotics, right? Well, you can say that the Mongolian horse riders were the ones who discovered this kind of penicillin, because they discovered that when they, for example, if they cut their hands, then they put their hands under the saddle of the horse, which is very sweaty. You know the saddle, the leather that goes over the horse, right? That you sit on top of. They discovered that when they put their hands under the saddle of the horse, which is very sweaty with lots of mold, the wound did not get infected. So actually penicillin was discovered by those Mongolia warriors. Yeah. But can I get you back to this topic of Israel?
Israeli, because Israeli, fortunately, because a lot of Jewish people emigrated from Europe to United States, and then the Jewish people in the late of 19th century and the early 20th century, before World War I, Jewish people in the United States control the economic situations of United States.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So they have
smart.
yeah.
They're very smart, right?
Yeah. So they have the military support from the United States. They have the United States weapons. They have the United States weapons, and
Because
become
it's all about the money.
they control the financial sector of the United States. Yeah.
and they have very good education
Yes.
still now.
Yes.
Just like my neighbor.
Okay.
My neighbor, my neighbors, the father, he is a diamond dealer. He sells blue diamonds.
Okay.
And it's so classic, right? It's so typical for a Jewish family. Like the man is very wealthy, and his business is blue diamonds. It's very common, that they have. When I went to school, also I have some friends. They're Jewish people. They're also very wealthy. They have very good education, but it seems to me that they're very nice people. Actually, I know a few families who are Jewish people. They have good hearts. They're actually very kind people. The same with my neighbors. That's why we're very close friends with them now, because actually they're very good people. But it seems that their government not so good. Like Netanyahu, yeah. Not so nice, actually. I sympathize more. In some ways, I sympathize more with Palestine than I do with Israel, because certainly, but this is what I'm saying. I'm curious, what is your opinion? Because it seems to me the news that I watch, like the link that you sent me, and some things that I watch, well, it seems that the Israelis not treating the Palestinians very well at all. But maybe it's just like you said, because they have more power.
They have military power. They have military power, and
but it seems you're not willing to say which side you empathize with.
I empathize. Right? I don't emphasize Palestine. I don't know. I'm influenced by the Western mass media.
So you mean you sympathize more with Israel?
Oh, I don't sympathize. I don't sympathize. Actually, I don't sympathize Israeli. Yeah, maybe I like history. History always say who wins, who is the winner, who is the hero. Yeah, who is the winner, who is the hero. Yeah. I don't sympathize Israeli. Yeah.
I can't remember the exact saying. Yeah. I may be wrong about this.
But winner.
Something like the phrase is something like this. History is written by the victor. It's victor or Vang. Yeah. I'm not sure if this is the right word, but it's something like this. It basically means exactly what you are saying. That whatever we read is written by the one who wins. And this is the same that you are trying to say. It's something like that. I can't remember the last word, but it's something like that. Just like for us, okay, as British people, right? When we're at school, we read history books that say that British people are great and that the British Empire was great, that Queen Elizabeth I was a great woman, that Victoria I was a great woman. If we read history books later, we realize Victoria I was a horrible woman. Queen Elizabeth I was a horrible woman. The pirates the first pirates were sent by the queens of England and kings of England to steal things from other countries in the world and bring them back to England. They were horrible. They treated the other countries terribly. And just like I said to you before in past classes we had, I told you I feel that the British government were horrible to Chinese people. So actually, as an adult, I know that my country did many bad things around the world. But when I was at school, the history books I read said England was great. Just like your history books say China was great. But of course, China did many bad things in history.
Many bad things.
Yeah, just like England, right? So both of our countries have done many bad things, but my history books say that my country are good, and your history books say this is what we say. History is written by the victor.
And also, Palestinians also have the terrorist attack with Israeli innocent citizens. Yes, sometimes in the newspaper. Yeah.
They have the war with them.
Still now, they have the war because under the formal military fighting, Palestine, Lebanon, Syria, Iran, they cannot fight. They cannot win. They cannot win Israeli. So sometimes they do some military attack. in Tel Aviv, in Jerusalem, the Israeli.
Did I tell you before that I have been there?
Yes.
When I was a child, I told you, yeah. I've been to the Wailing Wall and Jerusalem and all those.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I just show you a few words that you're saying wrong? I just want to share this with you a little bit, okay? One thing that you sometimes make a mistake is you add an S sometimes when you are speaking. Sometimes you add an S. The other thing that you do is you forget to use the past simple tense. You know, when you're talking about history, right? You talk about the history of Israel and Jesus Christ, stuff like that. You forget to make it past simple. Okay, this one here with the word failed, you corrected yourself. So sometimes you notice, I know you know this, when you're writing you don't make this mistake. But you see some of these verbs you made in the present simple. Okay, you see these verbs that I'm highlighting. Okay, sometimes you make them present simple, sometimes past simple, but sometimes you make them in the present simple. Okay, where is this one? I had this wrong. The other thing is just the adjectives for these countries here: Palestinian, and Lebanese, Syrian, Iranian, Iraqi. Also, this is the adjective for these countries. The other thing I just wanted to show you was here Belgium. It's only 2 syllables, not Belgium. It looks like Belgium, but it's just Belgium.
Belgium, okay.
Another mistake that you made quite a few times when you were talking about this is this word forced and enforced. Do you know the difference between these words?
One is passive, one is active. Forced is active, enforced both are active. Both are active. No active or passive.
No, there's some similarity in the word, but there's some difference. Force is like, for example, if you say that the government forces people to do something, but enforce is to do with a law. So enforce is like, for example, if a law is enforced, that means that the law is actually used. Like some laws, not really, they don't really pay much attention, but some laws are enforced. But people are forced to do something. It's not about active and passive. But I suppose you could say, like for example, if you say that they force them to do something because that they are forced to do something. Maybe I could change that if I say they force him to do something. Then we could say he is forced to do something, right?
I think Roman Empire forced Israeli citizens to leave Palestine territory. Yeah, forced, just
now, that's
forced.
the right word.
Yeah, just
That's
forced.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is you're correct now.
Yes.
Correct.
At Roman Empire forced. Roman Empire forced Israeli citizens to leave Palestinian territory around 100 AD because
Yeah.
they had the revolution with the Roman Empire. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of this? Monty Python?
What is this? I think I know Chinese, but what is this?
Okay. Monty Python is a TV series, and also there are some films. It's something from the 1970s, maybe the 1980s, I guess. When I was a child growing up, this was one of the funniest series of TV. Very silly television.
Okay.
Created by some of the most brilliant, genius minds of comedy that completely changed, revolutionized some British TV that British people thought was amazingly funny, but they also showed something about how ridiculous the British history is, but also the history around the world. And Monty Python created a movie called, you might find this quite amusing. I recommend that you try to watch this. This is really funny movie.
Okay.
You might find it a bit strange, but it's something that most British people find really funny. And we often quote examples of The Life of Brian. When it first was released, it was banned. People didn't like it because it seemed like it was making fun of Jesus Christ. But actually the creators, that was not their idea. That was not their intention. They did not mean to laugh at Jesus Christ. What they meant to do was just to try to show a little bit about humanity and how we are. And it's something about it's something like a little bit about Jesus and his followers and stuff like that, and about how people follow people without any using their own mind and something. And it was it's about the Roman Empire, Jesus, and stuff, and that period of history. I think you might find it quite amusing. Try having a look. The Life of Brian. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or something like that.
Understood.
Very funny, and some of the things you told me today reminded me of it. Try it. But Monty Python, you might find Monty Python the series a bit difficult to understand because it's very, very crazy television. But The Life of Brian is a brilliant movie. What the other ones are called, maybe later I will remember the names of the other ones from when I was a child. But yeah, The Life of Brian, I highly recommend that you try to watch this movie sometime.
Okay, understand.
It's brilliant. It's something like, like there are some, like Zhao Xingqi or something you have as Cantonese comedy that all Hong Kong people know. And maybe you think it's quite silly, but it's something about Cantonese comedy. Well, this is something about British comedy that all British people like. Check it out. It's quite funny, yeah. What was the other thing I wanted to show you here? Is, sometimes you miss the last bit of the word. You have something like here, you empathize. It should be, this is empathize. And this one, existent, that was the same thing. That
assistant, yeah.
You're missing the CE from the end.
Yeah, assistance. Okay, assistance.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also sometimes you miss the S like this, many parts. Jewish should be Jewish people. You can either say, you see, like this, Jews, equals Jewish. Oops, sorry. Jews equals Jewish people. Do you know that we cannot say I am a Chinese? Do you know this is wrong?
Really? I'm Chinese. Why?
I'm Chinese is correct. Okay.
I'm Chinese. Okay, I'm
This is
Chinese.
correct.
Okay.
But we cannot say I am a Chinese. Do you know that there are some nationalities that we can use a and American? This is correct. Right? A German. What I mean is that there are only a few nationalities that we can use the adjective to make a noun. But, for example, for Chinese, we must say a Chinese person. So the same like with Jewish, we can't say a Jewish. We have to say a Jewish person. But we have the noun a Jew. Some difference there. I cannot say I am an English. I have to say I'm an English person, or we can say I am a Brit. Have you heard that before? A Brit? No?
Yes. You told me before. You told me before.
Yeah. But with Jewish, we can say Jews, or we can say Jewish people. Yeah. What's the other thing I wanted to correct for you? Just something. Yeah, the homeland, West Germany, Western Democrat. Yeah. The same thing here with the past simple tense. Palestine people should be Palestinian.
Palestinian, yeah, Palestinian. Yeah. They have terrorists. Yeah. I know Israeli people. I agree your point. Israeli government doesn't treat Palestinians in Gaza who live in Palestinians who live in Gaza very bad. But I don't like the people to do the terrorist attack. I like the people to fight directly. They cannot win the war with another one, and they did the terrorist attack. They just suicide terrorist attack with the innocent citizen. I don't like them.
No, I agree with that. No,
yeah, if they don't have this kind of terrorist suicide, you know they have always have they ask some stupid Palestinian young men to cover many bonds here and went to the supermarket of the hospital, of the Tel Aviv or Jerusalem. They bring the okay, you understand? Yeah, I don't like this.
Do you know how they convinced them to do it?
They said, the leader said, the young man, if you do this, you did the suicide attack. Okay, you suicide. You can go to the paradise, and then we have 72 virgin beautiful lady to wait you. Okay, you can fuck them every night. So I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like them. Yeah, so I don't sympathize them. That's, if they did not do this, if they do not do this, I completely sympathize them. Completely.
Right.
Yeah. But they cannot win the formal war with your enemy. And then you persuade or mislead your young man to use this excuse. You have 72 virgin beautiful young lady. You can fuck them every night. You have 72 virgins. How can we? I don't. How can we say not dislike?
Detest.
I
I think you mean detest.
yeah.
It's stronger.
So cheap. You are so cheap. Yeah.
I agree.
You're so cheap. Yeah. You fight with you okay. You fight them, you lose. Okay, I respect you. You fight them, you lose. You cannot win the war. I respect you. Okay. Okay.
I agree. I absolutely agree. I detest this. This is something what we call. I think you hear this is a very strong word. Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is how you spell it. Abhorrent.
Yes. Yeah.
No, it must be like this.
Yeah. The innocent young man, just 18 years old, 21, always, I think once per year, I think sometime one per year, you Palestinian leader, you did not fight in front of the war. Yeah, you did not fight the Israeli army during the war ground. Yeah. You just ask your young man, 18 years old, 21 years old, yeah, and your reason, yeah, virgin, 72 virgin in the paradise. Fuck you, fuck them. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. If they do not do that, I completely simplify them.
Right.
Okay.
I find it hard to decide. You know, who is worse.
Yeah, of course, Israeli people treat them very, very bad. Yeah, because they have the military power. Also, you are very strong, but you do the in Christian. You need to you cannot fight the victim, but you exaggerate. Israeli people also exaggerate. But in history, who win the war? Who is hero? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Very sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
I'm sorry, Perry.
Okay.
I need to go and have dinner with my kids before they go to sleep.
Thank you.
But I will send this to you.
Thank you.
I highly recommend that you check out this English movie.
Okay.
I think you might like it. Maybe you will find. I hope you won't misunderstand. You know, when you watch it, if you try to watch it, please don't misunderstand because the people who made the movie, many people at that time criticized them, saying that they are anti-Christian, but they very strongly wanted to say this is not our intention. We are not making fun of Christ. We make the movie to open people's minds, but also as a comedy. But it's not their intention to make fun of Christ. Actually, some of the people who made the movie, they believe in Christ themselves. So it's not an anti-Christian movie. Like some people, maybe they watch it, they feel, oh, this is very bad. But it's not. This is not the intention. It's just you can watch it as comedy, British comedy.
Okay.
Maybe you get some idea about what British people find funny.
Understand. Thanks. Thank you.
Try it.
Yeah, thanks.
Anyway, it's nice to see you.
Yeah, you
Nice to
too.
see you.
You too.
Yeah, maybe let me know when we catch up next time. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Enjoy
Enjoy your
your dinner. Thanks. Bye bye.
day.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.